New polls are coming out of USA Today. This is after 2 days ago. The New Hampshire poll has Trump doing so well. DeSantis hasn't done enough. He's still languishing back there at 9 and 11%. It's over for DeSantis. He's got bad news. He has to pull out the most wicked rabbit out of a hat in the next week, or he's done. I believe he's already done. If he hasn't done it yet, he ain't going to do it. I'm a huge supporter of Ron DeSantis. He's done. Okay. Thank you for subscribing. Let's get to the news. I'm Doug, and this is Doug in Exile. Well, it's great news for Trump, although not in the general, but at least for the primary. Trump is almost certainly, flat out, the primary candidate. Put him in jail, he's still the candidate. Don't like him, he's still the candidate. You're a never Trumper. He's still the candidate. Here's the USA Today totally twisted headline. Nearly 2/3 of Americans say they wouldn't support Donald Trump in 2024 poll says. This is, of course, a totally fake news poll. It all depends on how you ask the question. Nearly 66%. Don't worry about it. This is meaningless. I'll tell you why in just a second. Don't give up hope on the T-Man. The poll conducted by the Associated Press, Newark Center for Public Affairs Research found that 53% of Americans say they would definitely not support Trump if he is the Republican nominee next year. And see, that's the real number, 53%. So they flat out won't. And 11% say they probably wouldn't support him in November. Probably. That 11% probably, they probably wouldn't, but they would. About 63% of Republicans said they want Trump to run in 2024. This is of Republicans now, our side, 63%. That means he flat out won by a mile the primary. He is going to win. No one can touch him. People are bringing up Vivek Ramaswamy, and they're bringing up all these, I hope Chris Christie, not even close, will not happen. Put a fork in it. Ron DeSantis, go home and have a beer or start campaigning for Trump. Guys, pack it up. It's all done. You don't even need a Republican debate that is coming. And I believe Trump does show up. He needs the media too bad after his indictments. I know there's a lot of debate on that. Will he show? Will he not? Will he do Tucker Carlson? He might do Tucker Carlson. He might do a counter event. Personally, I think he shows up just to get the attention of all the other candidates and ask each one of them, do you believe I'm unfairly persecuted by these indictments? Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy. Only Krispy Kreme will say, no, you deserve this. You have it coming. 63% of Republicans say they want Trump to run in 2024, according to the poll. And 74% of Republicans said they would back Trump in 2024. 74% of Republicans said they'd back Trump. All done. Martha, roll up the carpet. It's all done. Sarah Longwell, an anti-Trump Republican strategist, told the Associated Press that, quote, there is a meaningful number of voters who have voted for Trump twice and can't vote for him again after this. That's a lie, and that is spin. Really? People voted for Trump twice, and even if they believe the second time he lost, they pulled the lever for him twice, and they won't vote for him again? Are you kidding? If anything, it shows we're also promiscuous. We'll vote for him again. I will. And the numbers are flat out showing that the Republican Party will vote for Trump. Trump has falsely attempted. Now, this is my favorite line. Now, this is in a piece in USA Today, and this is a straight out lie. They never prove this. Trump has falsely attempted to cast the indictments as politically motivated by his rivals in Washington, including President Joe Biden. They're saying that Trump has falsely attempted to say that. No, he absolutely said that, and that's absolutely true. It's never been counterproven. USA Today just put out a hit piece on Trump and pretended like it was news. Guys, this is fantasy. Here's the news. Here's the facts. It was not a false attempt that Trump said that the indictments were politically motivated. It's absolute fact. How's that? You fraud, yellow journalist, rag. I wouldn't even put it at the bottom of a rat cage to accept their droppings. But despite his legal troubles, Trump remains the GOP forerunner for the Republican Party with 53% of support in the crowded field of GOP candidates, according to polling average from Real Clear Politics. That's just the average. His indictments have also spurred fundraising for his campaigns. That's how unpopular the indictments are. It's blowing in fundraising. Trump is pulling in money. And then here's the final one. Poll puts Chris Krispy Kreme second to Trump in New Hampshire as DeSantis fades. That's from 2 days ago. That's the big news, is Vivek Ramaswamy's getting up in the 10, 11 point area. Chris Christie's up in the 10, 11 point area. Ron DeSantis was down at 9%. But given the margin of error, they're a tie. It's silly to say one has 11, one has 9. It's not news. They're all tied. Chris Christie's tied with Ron DeSantis, with Vivek Ramaswamy. The only one who had something to do in that pack was Ron DeSantis. He had to win. He could not tie. It's been enough time now for him to do whatever it is he's supposed to do in this race, and he didn't do it. It's over. Trump's going to be the candidate. It's done. Put a fork in it. I'm calling it. I'm dug in exile.